Well, good evening, wrestling fans, as we are getting ready for our live stream tonight, coming to you from here at the Red Zone. This is going to be a three-way meet between Hicksville, Montpelier, and Patrick Henry. And we're going to be focusing on the varsity wrestlers wrestling on mat number 1, which will be this mat this evening. Right now, Paul Overmeyer is welcoming the crowd, and we're getting ready for the playing of our national anthem. And when that happens, I will be stepping aside, and we will be bringing you the national anthem from the floor. That's going to be happening right now, and I'll be back to introduce our coverage on the other side of our national anthem.
In order to honor America and in respect for all who have served and who are currently serving to defend our freedoms, please stand and join in the singing of our national anthem.
And as we get ready to get our coverage underway, we do want to take some time here to recognize and thank our underwriters for making our coverage possible here at the Red Zone this evening. Those include our good friends at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Thanks also to APT Manufacturing Solutions Incorporated, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park, a world-class facility, and also online at www.aptmfg.com/careers. We also want to say a big thank you to the Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio, and also to ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, located on Industrial Drive and online at www.arcsolinc.com. So they've just announced that the order is going to be Hicksville against Montpelier. That'll be followed by Montpelier wrestling Patrick Henry, and then Hicksville will wrestle Patrick Henry. And we'll sort of see how things go. We may end the live stream after the first Hicksville match, take a little bit of a break, and then come back with a second live stream for the second matchup between the Aces and the Locos. Or no, they're going to start with Hicksville. Are they starting with the Locomotives and Patrick Henry?
Yep, looks like we're going to start with our visitors tonight, folks. We've got the Patrick Henry Patriots and the Montpelier Locomotives here to start things off. We'll check in with our camera crew, see if we're covering this or what the plan is.
Yes, so right now we are getting ready to get started, and since they're going to have the two visitors wrestling against each other first, we'll just do this as part of our live stream if we can. Or do you guys want to wait and resume when the Hicksville team gets ready to go?
Well, we do not have brackets or a lot of information about our away teams.
All right. So what we're going to do, I guess, is pause this live stream because, again, they're going to have the Locomotives and the Patriots going first.
We can absolutely keep the camera on.
And we will.
I am Kate Murphy. Amy Murphy here. We'll throw in some information as we go.
All right, and
we will do the best we can.
yeah,
but
we'll
please
just
be in mind.
We don't have those rosters with us.
They actually do have brackets for the Hicksville matches.
Not
so
brackets. We have rosters.
Rosters. Well, I want to welcome Amy and
not
Kate
a
Murphy
tonight.
to the broadcast microphones. They're going to be the principal announcers. I'm just going to be popping in every now and then with mentions for our underwriters. So with that, I'm going to stop talking, and we're going to give them the floor. And we hope that you enjoy the Locomotives and the Patriots,
All
the
right,
first segment of our wrestling match here at the Red Zone tonight.
120, Lake Schwiebert for Patrick Henry.
Garners a forfeit to start the night out. And for those of you not familiar with wrestling, forfeits are 6 points. So that puts 6 on the board for Patrick Henry to start the night.
Moving on now to our next weight class, 132, and we've got Jaden Rudder here taking his forfeit as well.
And this just means that some schools have shorter and smaller rosters, or we had some gentlemen it looked like who may not have made weight after that Christmas season.
Not that uncommon. It's January. We're still coming back. The wrestling season gets started sort of on the whole at the end of this month. That was at 144 pounds, Jeff Camp for Patrick Henry.
And it looks like 150 might be our first matchup of the night, where we have wrestlers from both schools, both the Montpelier Locomotives, but they prefer the Iron Horses here in wrestling.
Yep, it's the Iron Horse.
And Patrick Henry Patriots. For Montpelier at 150, it's Hunter Beck, and for Patrick Henry, Keevian Kreider.
Let's get started.
And they're locked up to start off with. Yeah, they're kind of...
Good job going for that leg. Nice drive from the Iron Horse.
Tied up tight, no control yet. And almost out of bounds.
There's that out.
Yep.
So in wrestling, both wrestlers must have both knees or a hand and a knee out of the circle for it to count as an out of bounds. Play resumes in the center.
And those who are not familiar, Patrick Henry tonight is wearing face mask, and usually, because it does reduce airflow and breathability for wrestlers, usually that means there's been some sort of injury, usually to the
broken nose.
And it's takedown 2
Ooh, there we
for
go.
Montpelier. And
just
Patrick
about. There's the
Henry.
reverse.
And there's a reversal of 2, so it's 2-all.
These are separate from the team points. Points are awarded based on who wins for the team.
And right now, Patrick Henry is trying to break down Montpelier as much as possible and find out where his weaknesses lie. At the same time, Montpelier's trying to get on his feet.
Get back up.
And get an escape. And Montpelier right now is working on that reversal. Oh, so close. So close, but did not change control.
Okay, that does it.
There's the reversal and working on.
And there was the pin.
Pin
happens when both shoulders are on the mat at the same time for at least 4 seconds. Yeah?
Yep, and pin time, if Kate wants to calculate that for me, 2 minutes
17 seconds left. That's a minute and 43 seconds.
Which is very impressive. And again, pins are 6 points, so that puts 6 more on the board. So right now we are Patrick Henry Patriots 18, Locos 6.
And there was, for the Patrick Henry Patriots, that was Sullivan Cray on
157
unopposed.
So again, another forfeit. So Patrick Henry is up 24-6.
For the Locos now, we have Ash Walls checking in at 165.
And at this point, Patrick Henry does not have a wrestler at this weight class, so it's an Iron Horse forfeit.
We are now on to 175. We do have wrestlers for both teams.
So for Montpelier, we know it's Gary Robinson and Patrick Henry. We're going to have to find out because they have 2 wrestlers who weighed in at the 175 weight limit. That would be Lane Biederstedt or Elijah Kistner. So
we will find out.
So again, sizing each other up. Gary Robinson from Montpelier definitely has the reach. Those arms are much longer, and those legs are much taller, and usually that gives it a decided advantage. And Kate has been able to look up for us. Patrick Henry is wrestling tonight Lane Biederstedt at this weight. So again, Lane Biederstedt from Patrick Henry, Gary Robinson from Montpelier at 175.
And we're going to reset out of bounds. We're resetting in a neutral position since no one was in control. And as Amy said previously, legs are sort of key in wrestling. They are what wrestling is built off of, the drive, the force you can make with your legs. That's why you will often see wrestlers start by going at each other's knees.
And again, out of bounds, still in the neutral position, neither wrestler in control. So Montpelier has the reach and the arms, but Patrick Henry has the chest and the muscle across the chest.
The broad
and
shoulders, that forward drive.
So both are again. Patrick Henry's driving in, trying to take control.
Trying to break him down at the same time. We have a Patrick Henry control.
Montpelier standing up, trying to break that hold. He is not going to before he gets out of bounds.
That is our 3rd out of bounds. We'll see what this referee thinks. Some refs really don't like that multiple times in a period. We have 30 seconds left in this first period. Wrestling at the varsity level is 3 2-minute periods.
Okay, Patrick Henry on top. Montpelier trying to get an escape or a reversal, and right now working really hard on that escape. Tying up the leg. Patrick Henry stays on top.
Just doesn't have the leverage.
Trying to break down Montpelier. Working the shoulders.
There you go. There's
Short
that step
time.
over.
It looks like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time for this period. Red's choice. Patrick Henry chooses
to not choose and pass it on to Montpelier, who wants to start in that neutral position to see if he can make the most out of that height difference.
Patrick Henry defers. He's holding his choice until the next period. They're starting neutral. Both teams trying to get a takedown. Both teams trying to establish control.
Get back in. There we go.
Neither team in control.
Right now, both wrestlers are, keep that. There's
Gain
the second
control right at the edge of the circle before going out of bounds.
We'll see if the referee says he had it when he was inbounds or if we're restarting from a new. Referee says he maintains control.
Yep.
Okay.
He gave him control right as they crossed that line.
I couldn't see if he had it before he put that second knee down.
So again, Patrick Henry on top in control.
Ooh, that's a good breakdown.
Oh.
Textbook right there from our young man from Patrick Henry.
Points come and
there's
pin
the pin
time.
And at 1:27 in the second period, that is a pin time of 2 minutes and 33 seconds.
2 minutes and 33, pin time, 6 points. So that puts Patrick Henry up in the team score, 24-12 over Montpelier. Right now they're double checking to see if either team has a wrestler at 190.
And Patrick Henry does have a wrestler at 190, Kistner, Elijah Kistner.
They moved him up. That's why they
Got
had
that
those
one
two
to work.
wrestlers weighing in together. So we are at 2:15 right now. At 2:15, we have Montpelier Logan Pontius.
And 285, this is our heavyweight class. You cannot, it is the highest weight in high school varsity wrestling. And I'm going to confirm right now who Montpelier's wrestler is, because they again had two that weighed in at about this weight class. And at 285, they are wrestling Von Alt. Braden Von Alt.
And we'll have to check.
And Patrick Henry, we'll check on that right now, is wrestling Barton is our last name. Brandon Barton. They bumped him up. He was originally weighed in at 215.
And right now he is running on injury time because they are questioning the way he has the tape on his shoes. There are specific ways you are allowed to use tape and not use tape, and the biggest reason for that is to make sure there isn't anything unsafe under all of that tape.
Yep, you're always allowed to tape your laces. You cannot tape the bottom of your shoe, and you cannot have that tape above the laces where they sit naturally on your shoe, at least.
So Patrick Henry's coach is quickly trying to cut the tape, remove it, and get out there before injury time runs out. And thankfully, Doc Hagerman is out there and has scissors.
Yep, Doc Haggerty's here. He's got a pair of scissors on him. They're getting that tape off of the tongue of his shoes.
And if you notice, if the official is showing the injury time, we are up to
43 seconds.
And that does not become a problem unless somewhere in the match
someone actually gets hurt.
He really does get hurt. And then we could run into an issue as far as having enough time.
Yep, disqualification.
So again, now starting match weight class 285 with Patrick Henry's Brandon Barton and Montpelier's Braden Von Alt. And 285 is the highest weight class there is.
It's something of a catch-all class sometimes.
And you can tell the official is going to be even more careful. Typically when you have higher weights and they get towards the edge of the match,
they're going to go, if they go out far and hard.
Yep, and you don't want them hitting that wooden floor that's underneath that mat from the gymnasium. So usually officials watch even more carefully upper weights versus our light weights.
Yep. Don't want anyone hitting their head. Don't want anyone going off and twisting an ankle.
No, we are grateful we have Doc Haggerty here tonight, but we hope we don't need him other than to borrow his scissors to check on tape around feet. We hope that is all Doc Haggerty is needed tonight for, but we are grateful to have him. So again, Montpelier is working hard to gain control, and he almost has it. There it is.
There's the takedown for 2 points. Working on that breakdown now.
Patrick Henry on top, trying to find an opening, trying to break down Montpelier. Montpelier trying hard to stand up, trying hard.
Ooh, and we
Montpelier working on a reversal, and he does. He now takes control over to Patrick Henry. Montpelier on top, trying to break Patrick Henry down. In wrestling, you never know how fast control lasts and how fast it changes. Montpelier working on, trying to break him down, trying to get those shoulders to the mat and get those points started.
Those of you familiar with college wrestling, we do not do...
Getting close to.
There he goes. That's
getting close. 9, 8,
and there's the two shoulders.
Yep, there's the pin. Pin time would be 1 minute and 53
seconds.
And
our Patriots wrestler looks like he might have got his bell rung a little bit there. We'll make sure he's all right as he's coming off.
Okay, 6 points for that pin. And notice good sportsmanship, shaking hands with the opposing coach. That's another 6 points.
He lost to contact.
Oh.
That would be why we were worried, why he was worried about his face. He lost to contact.
Is someone looking on the mat for that contact?
I think he caught it.
Okay. Well,
got it knocked out of off his eyes, which is very unpleasant, those of you who wear contact lenses.
Okay, and that is it for the night. Very few wrestlers available at the same opposing weight classes. So final score is Patrick Henry Patriots 36, Montpelier Iron Horse or Montpelier Locomotives 24. That's 36-24. Patrick Henry.
Now,
And
it'll be a few minutes while the Hicksville Aces warm up. We want everyone to start on an even playing field here. And they will be facing off against the Montpelier Locos. So we're going to keep rolling. Iron Horse will be ready in a few minutes. Hicksville should get to warm up. Hicksville varsity is going to warm up.
And not just warm up. Remember, in the state of Ohio, one of the new requirements is you have to have so many minutes
of
between
time.
your matches.
So knowing that there will be a few minutes, we're going to hand it over to my dad now, Bill Murphy, to do his introduction and tell us about our wonderful underwriters here at HIX-TV.
All right. Thanks so much. And again, wasn't expecting to do that, but we were mentioning we were going to kind of play this by ear as we
and
go
that's
along.
okay, because while he's doing underwriters, we're going to give you a preview of Hicksville's future wrestlers.
Our yet to
All
come,
right.
our up and comers. Dad, we're going to leave you to
I'll do
intro.
the talking, and you can
These
watch the
are
mini
called-
aces.
Typically, these are mini
They're,
aces
the mini aces and the
you
junior
can
high
tell
wrestlers
very close to the
are going to be on
first
mat number
first
2.
pin of the night of the little ones that we've gotten to see. There may have been others, but again, we were on the varsity mat.
Let Dad do the underwriting.
Let me.
Oh, he wants to pay bills. He doesn't
Yeah,
want
that's
to watch
true.
little itty bitties.
So I do want to take a moment here to.
got it.
Well, we're going to keep them on camera, but I'm going to say a big thank you to another one of our diamond level underwriters, underwriting all of our Aces sports coverage here on Hicksville Community Television. Our good friends at ARC Solutions Incorporated, located on Industrial Drive in Hicksville, a world-class facility, and you can find out about the many solutions they have for business and industry by checking them out online, because it's way more than I can say in 60 seconds.
Oh, and we've got another pin coming up.
It's www.arcsolinc.com. We want to thank them so very much, again, for their continued support. That is Denny Vetter and the whole gang at ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, and online at www.arcsolinc.com. And thanks also to the Hicksville Pharmacy. They're your good neighbor pharmacy located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio, with a full pharmacy for you and your family's pharmaceutical needs, medical supplies and equipment, over-the-counter medications, and more. Gifts, sundries, greeting cards, Ohio State and Michigan paraphernalia. It's a great place to stop and browse. Make it a part of your itinerary whenever you're going to be spending the day shopping in and around downtown Hicksville. Want to thank the Myers family so very much. And if you're interested in information about getting a COVID booster or flu shot, feel free to give them a call. It's 419-542-6218. We want to thank them as well for their diamond level of support of all of our Aces sports broadcasts for 2023. The Hicksville Pharmacy, they're your good neighbor pharmacy in downtown Hicksville, Ohio.
And I'm trying to check, but I think that's Mick Prokratsky. Does he have a grandchild or a nephew wrestling tonight?
He may well. He may well.
We will start the Hicksville Montpelier match at 6:40.
Okay, so
20 minutes.
the Hicksville
6:40,
Montpelier match is going to
as
start
you
at
heard.
6:40.
About 20 minutes from now,
about 20
everyone
minutes
has
from
to have
right
time
now.
to rest and to warm up.
OHSAA requires a minimum number of minutes between matches, so we need another 20 before we can start.
So what we're going to do here is end this particular live stream, and we will be back in about 15 minutes or so, and we will have our second live stream, which will be the Hicksville Aces wrestling against who's coming up next? Montpelier, I believe. Anyway, we're going to have the Aces.
Montpelier Locomotives.
So we will be back, and we will have more action from the mats coming up as we continue our Tuesday night wrestling live streams coming up right here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. For Kate Murphy, Amy Murphy, Chris Warner operating the OBS software, I'm Bill Murphy. Thanks so much for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the first match. We'll be back again. It's Aces Wrestling coming up in about 15, 16 minutes from right now. Join us for the next live stream right here on the HIX-TV YouTube.